the two leaders finally managed to agree sufficient progress had been made on talks, moving negotiations onto trade and treaties after months of stalling from the EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier. In the early hours of the morning, Jean-Claude Juncker and Theresa May made a statement confirming talks were moving on to the long-awaited second phase. The deal was preempted by signs of a breakthrough from Brussels, with Mr Juncker's right-hand man Martin Selmayr posting a picture of white smoke on Twitter in apparent reference to the manner in which the Vatican signals the choosing of a new pope. Meanwhile, Theresa May's top aide, Chief of Staff Gavin Barwell, remarked it had been a long week. But with a deal struck, how will Theresa May's Commons allies and enemies respond to the historic deal? Scroll down for all the latest updates as Brexit progresses. Theresa May and Jean-Claude Juncker announced the deal would progress to stage 2. Related articles. May travels to Brussels to clinch sufficient progress deal with EU Brexit victory. Juncker's cabinet chief shares image of white smoke. "7 a.m, deal done. Theresa May and Jean-Claude Juncker move talks on following an all-night negotiation between Belfast, Brussels, Dublin, and London. The Prime Minister has announced Brexit will progress before the new year. The text of an agreement between the EU and the UK, which will be signed off by EU 27 leaders next week, is expected to be published later today. Mr Juncker said, "Prime Minister May has assured me that it has the backing of the UK government. The Commission has just formally decided to recommend to the European Council that sufficient progress has been made on the terms of the divorce. Today's result is of course a compromise. As in any negotiation, both sides have to listen to each other, adjust their position and show a willingness to compromise. It is a result of a long, intense discussion between the Commission negotiators and those of the UK. Mrs May said the new text represents a significant improvement on the draft rejected by the DUP on Monday.She said, "I hope and expect we will be able to get the endorsement of the 27 to what is a hard-won agreement in all of our interests. I believe it's a matter of trust and integrity in politicians for people to be able to trust that their politicians will put into place what they have determined, and that's exactly what we're doing, and we will be leaving the European Union." Related articles. Brexit success. UK will be richer after Brexit, reveals economist. Theresa May enters crunch talks with Juncker for historic Brexit deal. DUP leader Arlene Foster says 6 substantial changes to border deal.